You must like the Packard Pokes At podcast. Of course you do. You're listening to it right now. Join us at our MeWe community and our new Discord server for chat and other discussions. And if you really like the show, please give it a 5-star rating on iTunes and Stitcher. Thank you. Anyway, speaking of winter and with all this snow, we're going to get flooding. And, of course, Ken Ham thinks he's ready for it, I guess. But all the snow we're getting right now is because of climate change. And Ken Ham doesn't necessarily believe in climate change, but he thinks that AOC, and if you're not familiar with AOC, that's Representative Alexander Ocasio-Cortez. I probably mispronounced her middle name there. But he said that she needs to worry about the climate in hell because reasons. He tweets this out to her, says, but the climate change AOC needs to really be alarmed about is the one coming when she and everyone else stand before God. And then he does a Bible quote here. The heavens and earth that now exist are stored up for fire, being kept until the day of judgment and destruction of the ungodly. 2 Peter 3:7.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. So basically he is denying the climate change that's going on around us because AOC, she put forth this green bill, the new Green Deal, and basically, tried to help prevent climate change. And a lot of religious people seem to think that their God created this world, so there's nothing that we can do to fuck it up. Apparently, this is what this goes through their fucking little minds. And there's proof that ever since man has been around and starting in the industrial age, the temperature of the planet has been going slowly up and up and up. And every year, we always get something from the Weather Service or the National Weather Service says that the hottest year on record was the previous year. And it's been that way for the last several years. And this year, I want to bet you at the end of 2019, they'll say that 2018 was the previous record holder. And when we hit 2020, they'll say 2019 was the hottest record. So we're in trouble here, people. We may already be past the point of turning around at this point. I'm not sure what we can do. But the fact that he rejects climate change and thinks that God is going to save us, or people who don't believe in God has to worry about the climate in hell, shows that he still doesn't understand the difference between weather and climate, even if hell did exist. Ranger, your thoughts?
Yeah, I love how people who don't have a science degree will try to lecture others on scientists. And it just baffles me to no end. And, no one even takes Ken Ham seriously. So, this article is just really a joke.
Yeah. Well, Ken Ham is a joke. He built a boat that can't float. The first year that he had it out, they had some minor flooding down there. I was like, oh, it would be so funny to have a flash flood come out and just knock out the whole thing. So
I think when it came to his little boat, I just didn't like the fact that taxpayer money went to it. Yeah,
last year he tried to do a scam where he didn't want to pay the taxes that he was supposed to, so he sold, quote unquote, the Ark Encounter to his other enterprise for $1 and tried to get out of it. And the county looked at him and said, yeah, that's not going to work. And basically what you've done is you try to do tax fraud here, and you try to swindle the county out of the money that you're supposed to pay. Oh, I really didn't mean that. And he gave it back to the other part of his, or the way it was set up before, because it was supposed to be he set it up with his nonprofit so he wouldn't have to pay the 35 cents or whatever it was per ticket he was supposed to give back to the state for the costs, because that's how that works out there. But his numbers have been dropping steadily. When you got an Ark or an amusement ride, or it's not even an amusement ride, I'm just comparing it. Let's just say you had an amusement ride. It just had one amusement ride. All right, it'll be attractive at first, but over time, no one wants to go to it anymore because everybody's done it, and if it doesn't change, why would you want to go again? Matt, your thoughts?
This guy's definitely in the closet about climate change, apparently.
Well, he's in the closet about a lot of things, but I'm sure.
Well, he's not up to date on things. I mean, this guy just wants to. He's in denial. That's what I was saying.
He's definitely in denial, but he's definitely the thing he's in denial of is reality.
Right. That's what I mean. I mean, he's in the denial of the reality of climate change. I mean, yes, it is happening.
All three of us know that religious people get mad when some atheists say that religious people need psychiatric help, but I would like to go on record to say that I think certain religious people, as in specific individuals, need psychiatric help, and I think Ken Ham is one of them. I'm sorry, but if you believe that, number one, the Earth is 10,000 years old when that's been scientifically disproven, number one, and two, you actually believe that dinosaurs and humans live together at the same time, again, you need psychiatric help.
Well, I'm going to put this out there. We kind of do have dinosaurs living with humans today. They're called alligators. They're the remnants. They're the remnants of the previous dinosaurs. I mean, they're chickens and birds.
Exactly.
Yeah, they've evolved down to where we eat them. So I've heard this. I don't know how true it is, but that the chicken is related to the T-Rex. So the T-Rex got really small and became really tasty.
Yeah, exactly. No, it is true, though. I think the modern-day chicken is the closest relative we have to the Tyrannosaurus Rex.
Is it? Okay. I remember hearing that. I wasn't too sure, so I didn't want to go, okay, well, I'm going to stick my foot out here and shove it up my ass here with something I may have misheard. So
that would hurt.
Yes, it would hurt. Did you like this segment of the show? If you did and you would like to get the entire show, you can use the podcatcher of your choice or go directly to packardpokesat.wordpress.com and listen to it there. If you like the show and listen to it on iTunes or Stitcher, please give it a 5-star rating. Thank you.